Hello everyone, I'm Paul and this is problem 1878. Get biggest three rhombus sums in a grid. This is a medium problem and we need to do what the title says, so this is a very visual problem. Next I will show you my thought process and the efficient solution. We are given a grid, so let's say that we are given this. Down here we have the visual representation of this input. And we need to return the biggest three different rhombus sums in the grid in descending order. If there are less than three different values, we need to return all of them. And here is how we can get every rhombus sum. We can take the sum of the elements in the border of the rhombus. So for example, the rhombus sum of this rhombus is 200 plus 20 plus 3 plus 5, meaning 228. The rhombus sum of this rhombus is 200 plus 10 plus 2 plus 4, meaning 216. And the rhombus sum of this rhombus is 200 plus 5 plus 4 plus 2, meaning 211. So we need to return an array with these three values in descending order. So this is the result. And this is obvious, but I will mention it just in case. A rhombus is just a square that's rotated 45 degrees. So this is a rhombus. My first intuition was to look at the constraints, and here n and m can be anything in between 1 and 50. This means that we can think in terms of big O of n to the power of 4, because n is relatively small. 50 to the power of 4 is a relatively small number. We can handle this. And this means that we can iterate every possible rhombus in the grid. Now the question is, how can we do this? We know that the three largest rhombus sums are in this free rhombus, but this big rhombus here is also valid. This is not included in the largest sums, but this is a valid rhombus, so we have to iterate this. And we can have small rhombus also. We can have rhombus of size 0, so this would be a rhombus of size 0. This is another one, this is another one, this is another one. So this 200 could be included in the result. That's not true for this input, but we have to iterate every possible rhombus. And the key here is that we can iterate rhombus from any of the four edges. In this case, I will show you how to iterate every possible rhombus considering the edge in the bottom. So first we are here and we are iterating rhombus of every possible length considering this as the bottom corner. So we start from a size of 0. We can iterate a size of 0 because we are in bounds, so we can add 3 to the result. And this is very important. We are using a set for the result because we want to return the three largest values that are different. And if we want to avoid duplicates, we can use a set. Next we are here, so this is the new bottom edge. And this is the only rhombus that we can iterate. It has a size of 0, so we add 4 to the result. Next we are here and this is the only rhombus, so we add 5. Next here we add 1. Next here we add 3, but this is a set and we already have 3, so we just continue. Now we are here, this is the bottom edge of the rhombus, and we can't form a larger rhombus because this entire part is out of bounds. So we can only use this rhombus with a size of 0. We add 3 to the set and we already have 3. Next we are here, this is the bottom edge of every rhombus starting from this point. So we take the rhombus of size 0, we already have 3, and that's it. We can't use this rhombus because this part is out of bounds. So next we continue with 4, we already have 4. Then we continue with 2 and we don't have 2, so we add it. Then we have a 3 and we have 3 up here. Then we have a 20, so we add a rhombus of size 0, meaning we add 20. And that's it. We can't add this rhombus because this part is out of bounds. So now we continue, we are here. First we add a rhombus of size 0, so we add 30. Now using this as the bottom edge, we can iterate a rhombus of size 1. Why? Well, because this is now in bounds. So we are iterating size 1. Now the question is, how do we get the sum of the borders of this rhombus? Well, first we can get the sum of the edges. We take the current value, 30, plus the top edge, which is at the current row 2, minus the current size times 2. 1 times 2 is 2. So now we are standing at row number 0, 2 minus 2 is 0. And in the same column, we have number 4, so we add 4 here. Now we need to add the left edge, which is at the current row minus the current size and the current column minus the current size, meaning it's here. So we do 30 plus 4 plus 3, and we need to add the right edge also, which is at the current row minus the size and the current column plus the size, meaning we are looking at this number. And 30 plus 4 plus 3 plus 4 is 38, 41. So we add 41 to the result, and that's it. This is the largest possible size that we can iterate using this as the bottom edge. Because if we try a larger rhombus, well, of course that this is now out of bounds. So we need to continue with the next bottom edge. Next we are here. If we use a size of 0, we are looking at this, and the value is 200, so we add 200. And if we use a size of 1, now we are looking at this. We get the sum of these 4 edges, and we get 208 plus 2, meaning 211. Now using this as the bottom edge, we can take a size of 0 and get 40, or we can take a size of 1 and get 44, 47, 48. Given that we don't have 48 here, we add it. Now from here we can only use a size of 0, so we add 10, and that's it, because if we use this, now this part is out of bounds, so this is not valid. Now I think that you get the idea. So let's say that we continue, and at some point we are here. First with a size of 0, then with a size of 1, we get this, and we know how to iterate the edges here. Now what if we have a size of 2? Now we are looking at this rhombus. How can we get the corresponding sum here? First we can iterate the edges. We know how to do this already. This is the current value. This is the current row minus the current size times 2. That's how we reach this row. And the same column, of course. This edge corresponds to the current row minus the current size and the current column minus the current size. That's how we reach this point. And this edge corresponds to the current row minus the size and the current column plus the size. That's how we reach this number. Now the question is, how do we iterate the rest of the border? For this we can have a nested for loop to iterate every step from 1 to the current size minus 1. And in Python this right part is non-inclusive, so we are actually going from 1 to the size. So in this example we are only iterating number 1. And now with this we can compute the rest of the border. How do we reach this number? Well, we can take the current row minus the current step and the current column minus the current step. That's how we reach 5. And how do we reach this number? Well, we take the current row minus the current step and the current column plus the current step. Now we know how to reach this number. Now, how can we reach this number? Well, we can take the current row minus the current size times 2, meaning now we are standing here, and from here we can add the current step, which is 1. So now we are at this row, and we take the current column minus the current step. 2 minus 1 is 1, so now we are looking at this number. And how do we reach this number? Well, we take the current row minus the current size times 2, so now we are here, and we add the current step, so now we are at this row, and we take the current column plus the current step. So now we are looking at this column, this row, meaning at this value. And now we have already iterated every border in this rhombus. So with this for loop, we can iterate borders of any size. We can do the same for a size of 3 or with 4 or with 5 and so on. We are always going from 1 up to the current size minus 1. That's how we iterate every border of the rhombus. So after iterating every possible rhombus here, we get these results. And these numbers are already unique. Now we need to return the 3 largest numbers here. So we can transform this into a sorted array. And now from this array, we can return a subarray with the 3 largest numbers. This is the result. Time complexity here is big O of n times m because we have to iterate every cell here, and from each of these bottom edges, we are iterating every possible rhombus. So this is nm times the minimum between n m square. This corresponds to the maximum size of a rhombus. And space complexity here is big O of the amount of unique rhombus sums because of this set down here. So with this in mind, now let's go with the code. This is easy to explain but slightly harder to code. First we can say that n is the length of the grid, m is the length of grid at 0, and the result is an empty set. And now we can iterate every possible cell. So for I in range n, for j in range m, we are trying every possible size starting from 0. Remember that when the size is 0, we just add the current value to the result. So result.add grid ij. And now we are iterating every possible size that's inbound starting from 1. So we can say while the left, top, and right edges are inbounds, meaning regarding the top edge, we take the current row minus the size times 2, if this is greater or equal to 0, and regarding left, the current column minus the size is greater or equal to 0, and regarding right, the current column plus the size is strictly smaller than the amount of columns. We can add the current sum to our set. So we can say that accumulated is the sum of the 4 edges initially. For the bottom edge, we have grid ij. Just to be clear, this is the bottom edge. For the top edge, we have grid at the current row minus the size times 2. Sorry, this is times. And we use the same column. Just to be clear, this is top. Now, for left, we have grid at the current row minus the size and the current column minus the size. This is left. And regarding right, we have grid at the current row minus the size, the current column plus the size. And just to be clear, this is right. Now we can iterate the rest of the border. So for every step in range from 1 to the current size, here we go from 1 because we already have the 4 edges. We just need the rest of the border. So every time we say accumulated plus equal, and we need to add values regarding bottom left, bottom right, top left, and top right borders. Regarding bottom left, we take grid at the current row minus the current step, and j minus the current step. And just to be clear, this is regarding the bottom left corner. We need to add also grid at the current row minus step and the current column plus step. And just to be clear, this is regarding bottom right border. We also need to add a value corresponding to the top left border. This is grid at the current row minus the current size times 2. So now we are standing at the top edge, and from here we need to add the current step. And regarding the column, we take j minus the current step. And just to be clear, this is regarding the top left corner. And we also need to add a grid at the current row minus the size times 2 plus the current step. And here I need to remove one I. And regarding column, we need to take j plus step. This is the top right border. So now we have already computed the sum of the current rhombus. So we can add to the result, accumulate it, and we can update the size to the next number. We will keep doing the same until we find a size that's out of bounds. So after all of this, we can transform the result into a list like this in Python. And now we can sort this. Result.sort, and we need to sort this in descending order, so we can use reverse equals true. And we need to return the 3 largest elements, so we can just return a subarray from the result from 0 to 3. This is non-inclusive, so we are actually going from 0 to 2. This is the entire code, so now let's submit this and see if it works. As you can see, this works and it's very efficient. And you could make this even more efficient. You could replace this follow-up with the diagonal prefix sum, and that would be even more efficient. But as you can see, this is enough. So if you found this useful, please drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.